My Superior story is my personal journey with Superior Paving began February 2nd of 2004, although the name Superior Paving has been in my family since 1990. My father and my brother started working here in 1990. There has been 10 family members of mine that has worked at Superior Paving. So it was my father, my brother, my great uncle, my uncle, cousins, nieces, and nephews. My first career here at Superior Paving was plant operator at Centerville plant. So I had been working at Texas Steakhouse in Winchester, and my brother Mark came to see me one day to eat dinner, and he said, "Why don't you come by the plant and see if you want to be a plant operator?" So I go, and of course the first day I go, I call him because I get lost in Manassas. So I get there to the plant, and I go inside, and I see all these buttons and all these gauges, and I'm thinking, there is no way that I can do this. It looked like I was getting ready to fly an airplane. So I took a leap of faith. I started doing it, and actually it happened to be my favorite position that I've had at Superior Paving. At the time, the economy was booming, so we would get to the plant at 5 a.m. in the morning, and there would be dump trucks sitting at the scales waiting for us to get started. I had 3 crews out of Centerville. It was Mike Boyd, Jerry Shoebridge, and Tommy Swain. And FOB was crazy back then. It was every day there was a line from the plant all the way out to the end of the road and on the turn lane on 29. But those were the good old days. When I was at the plant, we had CBs, company radios, Nextel radios, and of course the phone. So the crews would call in, like Mike Boyd's handle was 35. So he would say 35 to 920. I would answer. He would tell me to start shipping the asphalt. The funny part about the Nextels is, and anybody that's familiar with the Nextel, you can talk to somebody on Nextel and you have no clue who's in the room with them. So Tommy Swain was famous for giving me the devil about getting his asphalt out to the job. So he would say some few choice words, and I would beep him back on the Nextel and say, "Ron White does not appreciate the way you were talking to me." Of course, he had no clue if Ron was in the plant with me or not, which he wasn't. But it would get him to be quiet just like that. And then I had not been working here. I started February 2nd. My birthday is April 1st. Ricky Jordan took it upon himself on my birthday, when I'd only been here for not quite 2 months, to sing happy birthday to me, and everyone heard it. So I'm pretty sure my face was probably blood red and I was embarrassed. But like I said, those were the good old days. Many, many strong friendships have been formed from Centerville plant, not only with the employees, but also with our customers. Brian and John Simpson, I grew really close with them. Of course, they are no longer in business now, but it was just such an enjoyment to be around the people at trucking, the drivers, the plant people, the FOB customers. It really was my favorite position here. My favorite Superior memory, I have several. I have decades worth of memories here. Some of those that stand out are the Ricky Jordan singing me happy birthday, of course. The strong friendships that I have formed within the company with people, office personnel, Teresa, Sylvia, a lot of people within the company. The fact that I got to work with my brother for 20 plus years has been amazing. Let's see. Joe Willie. Joe Willie was in charge of operations at Centerville when I was at the plant. And he came in one day and he said, we play fantasy football, but I'm short one person. Now, I had no clue what I was doing about fantasy football. And if you ask Kevin Stringfellow and a couple other people here, they'd say I still don't. But I still play fantasy football. So I told Joe when he come in that day, I said, I'll do it. So I'm sure he's proud that I'm still doing it. And another Joe Willie memory is, some people would take offense to this. It's very near and dear to my heart to be called Chunker. And the story behind Chunker is, when you store asphalt at the asphalt plant, your asphalt has to be a certain temperature or it will form chunks in the silo. Well, I had not been working there long, and I was going to store some asphalt in the silo, and lo and behold, I got chunks. And Joe Willie, of course, was in charge of the crews at Centerville, so that name kind of stuck with me from him. Some people still call me Chunker, but That's probably one of my fondest memories. Then when I left the plant, when the economy took a nosedive in 2008, I had spoke with Charlie Evans about coming over to the office. So I came over to the office to work, and I was in charge of anything that had to do with the plants, like the stock tickets, the independent haulers. I was everybody's backup in the office. And then at some point I had taken on trucking's payroll. Well, then Martha and Mike Blevins had decided. Matt House was the assistant truck foreman, and he was the dispatcher at the time. Mike and Martha decided I would be perfect for that position because I knew the drivers, I knew the plants, I knew the locations. So after my journey at the plants, I moved over to the office. From the office, I moved to trucking dispatch. I did that for probably about 5 years. And then my new career, which I've been doing for decades now, or a decade plus 2, is the maintenance planner scheduler. Again, that's memories too. So pretty much my whole journey here has been nothing but memories. I do like the position I have now. I schedule the maintenance for all the equipment in the northern and central area, and I get to work with lots of creative, friendly brothers and sisters. Wow, 50 years. It has been an honor and a privilege for me to work for this company. You think when you have 3 very intelligent men, Bart, Bob, and Ron, who have a dream and a vision, and they make it happen, and this company is a family company. They treat their employees as if we are family. And look at us. I mean, we're expanding, we're growing, we all have this strong bond with each other. You just couldn't ask for a better company to work for. Superior Paving, what I think they will never stop doing. Well, they will always have values because this has been handed down from generation to generation to generation. And I believe they will always treat their employees as if they are part of the Superior family. First, if I could go back, well, first off, I would tell myself you should have started with this company way before you did. And buckle up, girl, because you're in for a heck of a ride. And be prepared to add 300 plus people to your family, because that's what Superior Paving is to me and to a lot of people, is family. And I'm trying my best not to get emotional.